Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you so much. What about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. So it has been 4 months since your surgery, nose
Yeah,
surgery.
already.
How is it
Yeah.
going? Everything at work, your life?
Yeah, everything. I got back to work. I had long holidays during summer, and now I'm back to work and working. So everything is fine.
Great, great. Please tell us about your nose. What are how is your nose? How has anything changed in your life after your nose surgery? So how is it going? We are very
Yeah, my
excited to know about this.
yeah, my nose is fine. Actually, it's like I was born with it. All of my friends they told me like it looks so good, and even my family at first they didn't want me to do it, but now they don't even remember my face before. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's what actually makes the surgery successful, that no one can realize you had a nose job, isn't it?
Yeah, the result is really natural. And even like some people, some friends that I met like after my surgery, they tell me, "Oh my God, your nose is so nice. You're so lucky." And I'm like, and
Yeah,
I
you
tell them,
you make it a secret.
yeah, and I tell them, and like they don't believe me. Like they
Amazing,
say it looks really natural.
amazing. And given that you had a deviation and bulbous tip, you had other flaring, breathing
Yeah,
issues. So how is it now about the breathing?
it's so nice. Like I'm reborn,
Right.
from my childhood I had a problem like this in Australia. It was always like I had problems to breathe,
Yeah.
and thanks to the surgery it's like it's completely gone, so I'm so happy.
Perfect. So nice to hear. Of course, first of all, you should be breathing very well. So,
Yeah,
yes, it's not
that
only
was
aesthetic surgery, you know?
yeah, that was one of the main reasons. Of course the aesthetic was a reason, but also this it was a really like it was not painful, but it was how do you say that? Yeah, it was just like annoying sometimes not to be able to breathe
Yeah, yeah,
properly.
yeah, perfect. Glad to hear that. So, Thomas, could you please tell us about your background? How long had you been thinking of doing a nose job, and how did you decide doing your surgery with Dr. Tosh? And what do you, in your opinion, what makes Dr. Tosh different among thousands of
Mm.
other rhinoplasty surgeons?
So the first question was
How
from
long
when
had
I
you
wanted
been
to
thinking? Yes.
uh I've been thinking about this from my teens, I think. I was maybe like 15 or 16 when I started thinking about that. It was at first it was really like something I've never been thinking about my nose every day, like
Mhm.
looking in the mirror, oh my God, my nose is so ugly and I want to change, I want to change. It was just like, oh, maybe I would look better if I did my nose, but it wasn't, a big complex.
Mhm.
It wasn't something I was thinking about every day.
Yeah.
But little by little, I got older, and now I'm 25. And this I was I was thinking about this more and more, so I had to do it.
Yeah. You decided doing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I decided.
Okay. Perfect. And how did you decide doing this surgery with Dr. Tosh? Like what? How did it happen? This decision process.
Actually, one of my friend sent me Dr. Tash Instagram, which is amazing, and I saw all his work, and like it's like it was meant to be for me. I really it was the first time I saw a surgeon work,
Yeah.
a surgeon's work, and I felt like it should be him and not anyone else. So
Yeah.
that yeah, it was on his Instagram.
Tosh different among other thousands of doctors.
First of all, the team you have,
Thank you.
The team is really, I think it's really nice because you're here to answer question about you know, the pain and everything, but also what's in my head. You want me to feel like, you wanted me to feel good at any time. And also his technique to me is incredible. Like um I don't know if you have pictures, but after a week I had no bruises, no swellings, no pain, and nothing. It was not painful at all, and that's thanks to the closed atraumatic technique, I think,
Yeah, that's
which is also the reason why I chose Dr. Tash for my surgery. And yeah, it's so incredible. And even today I have no scars anywhere. It's it's so perfect.
yeah. No one can say you had any scars over there 4 months
Yeah.
ago. Perfect.
Mm.
They look like they are invisible, so they heal so well. I'm glad for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was.
Yes, perfect. And
I have
also
no words.
you were following Dr. Tosh's recommendations, which is also very
Yeah,
important.
yeah, you guys gave me many recommendations, and I followed them, all of it, and the result is, it's like,
So
it's
glad for
so
you.
perfect. Perfect is just the word for my experience with you.
Thank you
It
so
has been a
much. It's very precious for us.
mm,
Okay, Thomas. So talking about your after surgery experience, can you please tell more? Like, how is it was after the surgery? Did you you said you didn't have pain? Like, how about breathing? You know,
yeah.
stuff like that.
So the day of the surgery, I had to wake up really early. And I was so excited. So
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad, you know. I was so excited. And after the surgery, I remember, like, of course, you can feel like not pain, but you know, it's something on your face that's new. So you have to get used to the new like sensation on your nose.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't so painful. It was maybe during an hour I was oh, like it's a new sensation on my face, but it wasn't pain, you know. Maybe it was some, yeah, it wasn't so
Discomfort.
painful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable, not
Mm-hmm.
painful. And after, during hours in the hospital, they put me like ice on my face,
Mm-hmm.
so it helped. But yeah, maybe 2 hours after my surgery, I didn't feel any pain, so I was on painkillers.
Yeah.
um yeah, and no pain. Like, it was just when you're not, when it's really like uncomfortable not to be able to breathe
Mm-hmm.
perfectly. But it was the only thing that was yeah, it was the only negative thing, like not to be able to breathe, and like during the night you have to breathe from your mouth.
Yeah.
But when you get used to that, like maybe in 2 days, and then yeah, after a week it's all gone and you can breathe and you can see your nose, and it's like the best sensation ever. So it's
Perfect.
worth it.
Yes, yes. So that's what I just about to ask. Like, what was your first impression when you got your cast removed, when you see yourself in the mirror?
I was like, oh my god, is it me? Who is that? The, like, you know, every human being, we know our face, like we
Yeah,
see it almost every day.
yeah,
And it wasn't a big change, because Dr. Tash wanted to keep like some features of it.
yeah.
But I was like, oh wow, I look so different. And I was happy. I was so happy. And the first thing was not even like, I didn't look at my nose. I was like, oh my god, I can breathe. Like,
Yeah, so
it feels so good. And then I looked at my nose and I was like, I can breathe, and wow, it looks so good.
what do everyone say seeing your nose? Like, do they realize you had the surgery?
No, 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 no. Sometimes when I say, oh, it's not natural, people say to me, oh, it was too perfect to be natural. But I don't know if they I don't know if they really think like that. I think it looks so natural. people tell me every time it looks natural, and it's like I was born with it.
Yes, it's matching your facial features. You're looking so charismatic and like male-ish. I really like your results. Yeah, we're really fond of it. And
Thank you.
yes, talking about the people around you or yourself, like what kind of compliments do you get from surrounding? What do they say?
About me,
Yeah, about your nose, like
some also some on more like larger scale. Some friends, they told me I have more confidence.
yeah.
And about my nose, yeah, they say it looks so good. I have no, like, I have never heard someone say, "Oh, you look better before." Even my
So,
family,
uh-huh.
like, I told you, they don't remember my face. How was my face before? And actually, they were against it at first.
Yeah, yes, you were saying that. And after your surgery, like, did you have swelling? How was your first 2 months, especially, which is like, how did it go? Like, did you have any difficulties during your recovery process?
During the recovery, no, I had no bruises, nothing. I was maybe like 2 or 3 days after a little bit swollen
Mm-hmm.
on my right eye, but
Yeah.
not the left one. So yeah, it was. I had nothing. It felt like, did they really, like, did I really got a surgery? Like, maybe they did nothing because I didn't have anything on my face.
Yeah. What kind of questions do you receive usually? You said
About
you got you use Instagram, right? And
mhm.
have your followers increased?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
What is
I
it
must
like?
admit.
Yeah, did you have any problems with taking pictures before your rhinoplasty, and how did it change after your rhinoplasty?
Actually, when I didn't like my nose, I knew my angles,
Yeah,
like good angles and
certain
bad angles.
angles. Yeah,
Actually, I don't use Photoshop or things like this that much, so
yeah.
I didn't want to change my face.
What's the freedom? Did it give you freedom of taking pictures from
Oh yeah,
all angles? Like you're free now to take
yeah.
pictures.
I'm free to take picture, and I'm not feeling bad when I stand to the sides,
Yeah,
because it was my biggest problem. I wasn't that confident about
side view. Uh-huh.
my side view, and now it feels like it's like I now I'm more confident about my side view than my my normal view. So
So it's not only your nose job didn't only change your nose.
yeah, it changed many things. It got
Perfect.
only like positive aspects.
Perfect. We are so glad to know. So also the what do you think just about the male rhinoplasty cases? Some people think
Mm.
that, like hump or big noses, it goes good for male. So what's your opinion about this?
I think people should do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Like, you don't have to care about what other people say. If you want to do it, you do it. If whether you're a male, a female, you can do whatever you want. Like, if people like big noses, then good. But if you're yourself, and like, if you don't like your big nose, then you can be able to change it if you want.
That's true. So, you should decide for yourself, right? So, to undergo
Yes,
rhinoplasty or
that's
not, because you'll be living
yeah,
with that
and you don't
nose.
have to do. Sorry,
Because you'll be
what
living
did you
with
say?
that nose.
Yeah, and yeah, and to me, the most important thing is that you have to do it for yourself, not the others. Like, if people tell you, don't do this, like, you should just listen to yourself. And also, if people say to you, you should get a surgery, and you don't want to get it,
Yeah,
then don't get it. Like, the most important thing I think you have to do it like to feel better for yourself, not other people.
So precious. Yeah, and you are so much right about
Mm.
this. And because
Yeah.
it's like in the face of your, in the center of your face, and the whatever is happening, it's in your mind actually. So
Yeah.
and you only you can live with that. Either you go or not, and like do the surgery if you really want that, you know.
Mhm, mm, mm,
So
mm.
Thomas, what would you recommend anyone thinking about rhinoplasty, about especially for male patients? What would be your recommendations?
My recommendation it would be to do it with you guys, to go to Turkey to the best surgeon ever
Thank you.
first, and then recommendations.
You know, like many people are scared, you know, like to
Ah,
scared of changing ideas, scared of going under general anesthesia. So can you please tell about more about this? So people think it's like it's a major change, of
mm,
course, like, but they as a person who undergone, so who has lived this, you know, and know this better than anyone, can you please share your feelings about this?
my advice would be you have to follow the teams and the surgeon's instructions. I think yeah, you have to follow
Yeah.
the instructions. It's yeah, it's important. If you want things to go like perfectly, if you follow the instructions, then it's it's so simple. And
Yes. Were you
also like
scared of anesthesia, for example?
not that much. The thing I was most scared of was not to be able to breathe after during a week. It was the for me it was the scariest thing, but also this was it was fine.
So you could live with it because most of the male patients are very worried about this, you know, not being able to breathe. But
Mm.
it's doable, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. After yes, I could breathe from my nose. Yes, maybe 2 or 3 days after, because you know at first you're afraid just to breathe. You know, you're afraid just to breathe, and then little by little you start to breathe, and because you know the thing you put in your nose, yeah,
Tampons. Uh-huh.
yeah, tampons like they're not full. Actually,
Hmm.
they're like this.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's silicone, right?
Yes,
If I
silicone
remember.
tampons.
And yeah, so it's not like your nose is not obstructed completely. It's just
Yes,
like yeah, it's like
they have a hole
straws.
in the center. Yeah.
So yeah, you can breathe a little.
Perfect. Okay, Thomas, is there anything you would like to add about your nose? Anything, just anything you would like to say?
I got a question. Like I remember now. People say to me, "Why didn't you do it in France?
Yes,
Like why
nice
was not a
question.
French surgeon?"
Yeah.
Um, actually, it's because I fell in love with Dr. Tosh work, and also because here in France, like the prices are really high, kind of.
Yeah.
It's higher than Turkey, and for the same price, like I could get a an average surgeon in France, but
Yeah.
here, like Dr. Tash is one of the best in the world, I think, if not the best. So, um, so the choice was easy, you know. And actually, I loved my trip to Turkey. It's a really nice country, so beautiful. People are so nice, and Istanbul is a really beautiful city. I was so shocked.
Yeah. It was your first trip to Istanbul, right? Or
Yeah, it
you
was
have
my
been
first trip to
here?
Turkey. No, I've never been here before, and I will definitely go back. I think
Yeah.
it
How
was
is your
so
friend?
nice.
Yeah. How is your friend Clementine doing?
She's good. She's good. Actually, now she lives in Ecuador.
Oh,
Like,
really? Ah,
yeah,
she moved over
she's
there.
good. Yeah, she moved there.
I
So
see.
yeah, she's fine. And for
Mhm.
her, it has been also a pleasure. She told me, you guys were amazing, and
Thank you so much. It's very precious to hear this kind of words from you, and we are working for the to see a smile on your faces,
mm.
and when we see that, it encourages us to do even more better and better, increase the level to the top, and even more, and push the limits, and try to do whatever is best possible from our side. Like
Again,
your
I
recommendations to anyone considering rhinoplasty?
yeah, to do it with you guys. It's like the third or the fourth time I say it, but um, it has been a real pleasure, and it was a good experience. Like every time I tell my friends, like, if you want to do your nose or anything else, like you should think about doing it with Tash Clinic, because yeah, I have no words for that.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you for your
You're
participation,
welcome.
and thank you for your time, and sharing your
Mm,
feelings, and sincerely your experience, which is a very, it's very precious, and to inform everyone who is considering rhinoplasty, everyone who is still thinking, considering, and searching for a best doctor, so
mhm.
it really means so much for us. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's
Thomas.
a pleasure. Like, you've been so nice to me, and so good. So
Thank
it's the
you,
least I can do.
Thomas. You deserve it. You deserve it. We are glad to serve people like you. And we're really looking forward. Whenever you will be in Turkey, we will be glad to see you in our clinic. Our doors
Oh
are
wow.
open. We are like a family, Thomas. So we will be glad
Yeah, I
to
should
see you
come.
anytime you will be in Turkey.
Mm, I will come.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay, then that's it, Thomas. So thank you again, and have a lovely day, Thomas. Wish you all the
Thank you so
best in
much. You
your
too.
life, all the good in
I
your
wish all the
life.
best to you
Yes,
also.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
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 Au revoir.